Keisha.
I'm LaDonna Sims, and we're
Here
Here Goes 313.
Located 16824 Kercheval, Grosse Pointe Place. How's everybody's weekend? How was your weekend, LaDonna?
It was smooth, very relaxing. Power's over, so you have to find something else to do with your Sundays. I've been also been watching lately this show called The Godfather of Harlem. That's been pretty cool. So the next step. But other than that, how was yours?
It was good. I finished Greenleaf, like my first, besides Walking Dead, that I kind of like watched, so I really enjoyed that. But I'm ready for Walking Dead to come back. Oh, and it was shot on Tyler Perry's studio,
What's that?
The Walking Dead.
I don't know why I thought that was over, but I never did the zombie thing.
Yeah, it comes on just like Power.
Oh, okay. So they probably should be in their
seasonal.
20th season. They've been out for
No.
years, haven't they?
Yeah.
Were you born then, Marley, when it came out?
Oh, hell.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, Joe? Was you out here when that?
Oh, man, come on. Yeah.
Okay. All righty, y'all. I'm going to start off with my quote of the day. Today, the quote is, you got to focus on what you got to focus on what you want. Okay, I messed up. You get what you focus on is what I'm saying. You get what you focus on. So focus on what you want. So anything that you focus on, even if it's negative, it could come to fruition. So the main thing for you to do is really focusing on what you want. With that being said, it still goes inside of you and finding out what makes you happy, which goes into the second quote of the day, because I have two. It's up to you and only you to create the life you want and live each day surrounded by that which makes you happy or bring you happiness. So that's what we're going forward with. Well, before we hit you with the pet peeves.
Let me elaborate on the first one. Say that again.
You get what you focus on.
Mm-hmm.
So focus on what you want.
Right.
Not what you don't want. Like,
right.
I don't want this, I don't want that. Like, kind of like focusing on.
What's hits home to me about that quote is, for years I always focused on being comfortable, being able to pay my bills, being able to eat. And I always, having kids also, you want to make sure that they're taken care of. And for years, I think for at least 20 years, that was my main focus. Like, and I spoke that into my existence, because not only have I been comfortable, but that's all I've been, and I realize it's okay to want abundance, not necessarily asking for these certain things like this car, this, that, but you get what you ask for. And I've always been comfortable, but now I'm focused on abundance and more, just so I'm able to maintain my legacy, especially with my kids and with I want to do, to leave my mark on this world.
Yeah,
and you can't get it with a half a bag. You need like 3 or 4.
And you notice that the key said you get what you focus on. So focusing on a GoFundMe, I don't know if it's a great focus if you just by yourself. I don't know. Like, right. I don't know. It's been a lot of those. I've been coming across my page a lot, and I think that's when you have to really go up to you, because it's up to you and only you to create the life you want and live each day surrounded by that which makes you happy or or brings happiness to you. So you have to create that. And so with that being said, today I listened to Byron Allen on The Breakfast Club, and he's going through something with Comcast right now, and it's trying to bring us back to civil rights. And so if you guys want to just type in Byron Allen, which is a guy that pulled himself up from his bootstraps and got behind the scenes.
Man.
Just about that one?
Yeah, Real People. Like, I used to watch Real People when I was a kid.
That was the first.
That Byron Allen was one of the hosts of Real People. That was one of the shows I used to watch when I was real young. That was like the first thing I ever saw him on. And then from there, he went to hosting late night shows. And then a lot of people don't know that, like, he parlayed those 2 shows into, like, basically like a media empire. And
Yes.
this is a black dude.
Mhm.
Like, you know, a lot of people ain't really up on Byron Allen. They don't really know what he really is out here in control of.
I didn't know that either until he got on the was talking with the Breakfast Club, and my dad saw him on another show as well, and was bringing it to attention because I'm about to go crazy because I'm gonna have to get off this Comcast Xfinity if we
Yeah.
don't get this stuff fixed. But with that being said, he pulled himself from his from the bootstraps. He was born from a single black mother, so he was showing how the black women, like from you are the start of your children's life. And so it is important for us to be protected and have a safe space because we are the first thing that touches these kids. And he also talked about Coretta Scott King, that he wanted to do a show on her view of how Martin Luther King was, as her being the woman that saw everything from her view and her point of view is what he was putting out. But because Markeisha had brought that up about wanting abundance, he said that it's enough money for all of us to have out here. It's out here. It's just that we have to get those opportunities and find out how to get it, and that's where education comes in. Only thing about the show that I need more understanding on, because I'm not here to go against anybody that has something to tell us to educate our culture, but he was really pushing education, college, and I just think it's other forms of that. And we had some great company that came through this weekend. Yes. At the Salon that, pulling yourself by the bootstraps and putting your money together and hiring someone to do your marketing, or hiring someone, which I'm going to have to do as far as financially to make me be better at that. And so, or working with people, but it's me that's choosing how and where I should be spending my money on to better myself, and to not be afraid to want abundance, and know that we're supposed to be millionaires, or to be able to take care of our families and live freely and abundantly, not really to who has the biggest boat or Bentley or Maybach, because we already have done that. And so that type of lifestyle grows into what our society is like now with this money and how we're going about it. The girls get in the bag because they feel like, and it's negating what the universal God put you here to do, like to find what it is you like. And so most of these stories that I hear about people, they slept in cars. The story that Byron's told me about, he was like, it's almost like what our story is going to be. Like right. Marley, it was our, get this right.
It's okay.
It's called You Need Footage Fool. And then before that, he came out with a record. And this is like all of us. And this is the story with BET. Everybody was grinding. And this was the rap game. Everybody was grinding, trying to get to shows. And, it started this way. And now you hear Jay-Z and them all these years, the things that they focused on, they didn't start easy. And right. Nobody gave you nothing. So we got to get out of the expecting to get something. You really have to get out here and, learn your craft, or get out here and do this. Like we're investing in this talk show, this hair. We want to talk about the hair. We want to talk about, and this is our investments that we're putting in and working together with a group of people that Joe and Kari bought all of this stuff, and Marley put money in using his equipment to do, just starting where you are, like just start where you are.
And stop always expecting a handout. We've been just seeing it a lot, especially on social media. It's just nobody really wants to work anymore for what they're trying to do. They want somebody to give them a GoFundMe to be an entrepreneur. It takes money to get money, and there's all kinds of grants and stuff out there. You're asking friends and family, and people that necessarily don't have, stuff that you have. So you just got to get out there and do the work. I want to shout out real quick. What is it called? It's 40 Acres Soul Food.
Yes.
So we're going to have him on the show one day, but he has a soul food restaurant. It's in Grand Rapids. It's 1059 Wealthy Street, and it's Black owned, and it's 40 Acres Soul Food Kitchen. So,
and it's like well plated. This guy, again, study his craft. Really, if we had that information, that would have been a great crush because his girlfriend or significant other is who Markeisha does the hair. And so they graced us with their presence this Saturday. And it just, it inspired us, let us know that we was on the same page because everything we was saying, the ideas was bouncing off where we can even, if he wanted to open up a second location, those type of things. But just knowing that he comes from Jersey and took his grind and didn't know why he ended up here. Like sometimes we have to just get out there and do it. So I hope we inspire you, and it inspires me to keep meeting people that are trying to do things and just meeting and bumping into them and not really worrying about what I don't want, which is like I don't want negative people around me. I don't have. I mean, it's just I don't even want to speak about what I don't want. I just want to create what I want, and I think that's probably what we all should try to do.
I agree.
So you want to get to these pet peeves? Or how are we going to call it? Do we want to call it pet peeves? Or we called it salon etiquette. And I guess you can slide pet peeves in it. But
I'm going to talk about, I know we've talked about this before on the podcast, but I think this is really important because we've been getting this more and more and more lately with people that come into the salon. And that is leaving your children and elders at the salon and dropping them off. We understand that some kids are more mature and they can be left alone, but we've been dealing with children and elders that necessarily need somebody with them, because now it's.
Yeah, I had one incident that was pretty scary. I think I spoke about it last year, but for the new listeners, maybe 2 years ago, it might be. Had to be
it's about a year.
It's been a year since she passed, but this is not any shade to the person that did it. It was just that just something to keep in mind. She had a lot of running around, and again, to put it on that we need to support each other. I think that's where I put the show on that we need to start supporting each other. If you know somebody is a caregiver and they're doing all this and all of this is on their weight, sometimes they use MySpace to be able to run extra errands or be able to do extra things because it's a lot on that person. So we're not like we can't do it, but it's only when it was a situation where the lady ended up transitioning. So I did her hair, and I thank God for that because I didn't have to do it afterwards. Like she was already ready. That's how quick it happened. So when she was in the salon, somebody took her pills and they wouldn't give her the proper refill. And so she's panicking under the dryer. And everybody that was in the salon was so supportive and helpful of the lady. But luckily she got her nurse on the phone and her nurse could tell me everything to do. So it was scary for me, but I jumped in, and I don't know if everybody is prepared for that. Again, there's no shade on her, and I don't know if she knew how far this was. But the thing is, she is sickly. She's with us. I don't have any medication, and I don't know what to do because nobody told me. And so the nurse getting on the phone is the only way that I was able to find out what happened, and it was really scary. Then the next couple of days, they said she transitioned. So it was like, that was really hard. Or, maybe you may have a parent that can't be still I just need to know what's going on, or someone that can't walk and she has the gas thing. I'm just scared if I hit, and you're gone. It's like a lot. So I would think that it's best to, and I know you have a lot of places where you can leave people. I had a young lady that had a daughter, and when her mother left, she screamed the whole time like we was killing her when we was just doing her hair naturally. So you're gone, and we're stuck with this, and everybody in the salon is all trying to, calm your daughter down. So it's very important, like for the etiquette, for you to bring your daughter, your parents, or people to even know if they even feel okay. Because I even know clients keep asking, "Where's my daughter? Do you know when she's come?" Like, so you might think it's okay. You might want your mother's hair done. You might want an elder's hair done, but they might not want it. So it's some things that you might have to respect the elders on. Everybody knows that they got to get their hair washed and be clean, but it's ways that you can do dry washes. But we want to make sure our elders are comfortable, and the children are too. They're very important, and they're in situations where they can't sometimes speak for themselves, and it's so this is not like, I don't really want to call the show pet peeves. I just want us to better help each other and better know how to deal with each other, and not, we don't have to put each other in panic positions, because if I know what to do, but again, I'm little, or your mother bigger, and I can't lift people, that's where the issues are.
Yeah, just being aware of your loved one's situation, your kid's situation. You 9 times out of 10 know them better than we know them. If you know your parent or your elder has a condition, it's good to talk to that stylist or whoever you're leaving them in the care to get their services done. It's not really fair, because sometimes they act different as soon as they leave. Like, now you have this going on. So it's scary. We had to lift one person because they was in a wheelchair, and they left. Like, they didn't say, well, he's going to need help going back and forth to the shampoo bowl to this. We were just took control, But if it was something that had like a slip and fall, they probably would have been ready to fight us. But, you have to think about that too. So it's just best to, I don't want to say it's common sense, because I don't really want to down anybody. But
it's not that common. That's why common sense is not that common these days. And we do have to talk and not assume. So that's even me. I'm assuming somebody has the same common sense as I do, and that's why the conversations has to be had, because it's things that I don't know, that I'm not privy of, that somebody might know that I don't know. But yeah,
right. A couple situations where the kids are left, and then we can't get in touch. Nobody's picking them up. You're an hour away. At least I think just stay in the neighborhood. I know you have running to do, but it normally takes 2 to 3 hours to do a natural hairstyle. Leave, and then at least be in the neighborhood for the last like hour and a half, 2 hours. So we could at least call. Because it's been times when we waited, like,
after I was just waiting, and then the parent is mad at me, and I'm like, I have to, like I might have a person, picking me up. I might be Ubering, or I might have something that I need to do, and it's not fair to make me a babysitter, or not answer the door. And I'm looking at what's happening, and then, anyway, it's just
you never know what happens between here and there. A car accident.
Yeah, but a phone call is very simple. Anything
Yes.
could happen. So listen, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm running a little behind. I apologize, or something like that. But it luckily it doesn't happen that much. We don't have too many, and most of those clients kind of wean themselves off. Another one I want to talk about is making your appointments. When you booking your appointments and you ask for a lock startup, and you know that you haven't had your hair done in 3 months, that you know that your hair is kissing at the roots, and you have all type of buildup in your hair, and you know it's going to take longer, you can't really sit in a chair and then expect me to do a style, or not even expect the pricing to go up, which I still have been doing things to try to help people's hair out. But let's be respectful. Like, if, when you get your hair done, I expect you to keep it up in between, like, oil it and love on it in between. So you do have people that just decide that they don't want to do anything to their hair. And if they do come to you and your hair is all matted, and, and it's a lot of, things going on, I don't think it's fair to the stylist. So yes, we do, or we are in the, but also give a heads up, like, you're going to need a couple of more hours, and you're going to also
dollars.
need a couple of more dollars, because, that's just respecting each other's time and our hands.
Right.
Like, it's not,
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of hookups out here, but at the end of the day, I really care about what I put in people's hair. I do care about making sure that before my clips hit your head, that this stuff got to be right. And sometimes it pushes me past, and it makes other people late. So, and I'm always, if I'm speaking to you and giving you information about the hair, and you keep coming back, and it's like I didn't say it, and you keep forgetting what I say, and then we keep having the same thing. This 2020 year is going to have to be not, what did they say? This revolution is not going to be televised. It's going to have to be funded. This
Yeah, it's
revolution
gonna
with
hit you
your
in the
hair, you're going to have
pockets.
to, we're going to have to hit you, or you're going to have to make it where your hair fits into an hour and 30-minute situation, an hour and 30-minute session. So if I can get something out in an hour and 30 minutes, I'm very fair with that. But when it comes to, but I'm also using more product, I'm doing more things that some people don't even tip for. They just, whatever. So I just put it out, and I'm still in business, and I'm still have good clientele. Just giving people that don't use or think about it, that's some etiquette on both sides. If we're telling you the things that you need to do, we have a whole natural hair podcast that we had going on 2 years, and we share any information that you sit in our chair, anything you want to know about your hair, we're sharing it with you. Take it in and show that you know.
Yeah, I follow a lot of this one that I follow on Facebook is called Detroit Hair and Nails. So I read the comments. I'm a comment reader and a post reader. I necessarily don't really post on or comment because you have to go back and forth that day with somebody, and I'm not trying to do that. And a lot of clients feel that stylists, that's our job to untangle a mat when you book the appointment for 2 hours because you're getting this one style, but they come and sit in your chair and they got a whole full dreadlock in the middle of their hair that you got to detangle before you even get them to the shampoo bowl. I had one lady, it took me an hour and a half to detangle the hair because you can't shampoo matted hair. You have to get those tangles out or it's going to mat up worse when you put that shampoo in there. But some clients think, and it's wrong, y'all, you have to maintain your hair in between time. I know stuff happens, you're in a hospital, you've been sick, but then that's when you communicate with your stylist and be like, okay, I know my appointment's tomorrow. This is what's going on. I haven't been able to get through my hair in a year, and I'm going to need some extra time. I just want to give you a heads up. It's not fair to come sit in the chair and be like, and close your eyes, and my eyes is watering now because now I want to cry because now I have somebody, right after you that I only booked 2 hours for you, and it's going to take like 4 hours. So it's not our job to get through it unless you communicate with us beforehand that what the situation is going on with your hair.
I have another one, one that I think that is important. Extended bookings. I don't really live my life 6 months ahead. Like I can't, if you know your schedule, booking with me 6 months and like every, we started in January and you booked all the way to April. I can't do that because I don't. So I just want to say that give me 3 weeks when you want to book or whatever your appointments, because I don't really predict my life like that. I don't like, so that means I would have to be stuck around one person's schedule in a 6 month period. And then sometimes when people have done that, I've allowed people to book ahead of time. They end up canceling, moving things around, and it's just so let's just not look too much forward. Just when you book your appointment, be looking for your next appointment within the 6 week period. I'm just not really into like locked in for 6 months to a year one situation. So we play it, because I'll be going out of town next week, and some people were just like, one girl clarified it though. She was like, "Oh no," because it was like, I'm out of town and I'm those 2 days or these days, and most people was just like, "So you're gonna be gone 2 weeks?" And it's like, what? I can't take 2 weeks, But just to understand that people do need breaks and we can't do extended bookings like that. And
I think it'd be hard for any stylist to do extended bookings like that, unless you're like a business where.
Well, I was just saying, most of my clients, they are like, you have people that are corporate, they're emailers, they are, they know their schedule. I know I'm going to see you. I want to see you every Saturday. Da, 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 da. Like they know that, and that's like every Saturday might not be available in a 6 month stretch. Right. So I just was thinking, like for me, it would probably be like most of my clients come every 4 to 6 weeks. So let's keep it within that realm. We'll take it by, play it by ear with that one. The last pet peeve for me, and I'll let you have everything else because I don't have.
I think
any
ours
more.
is the same one. Go ahead.
Okay. If we can't touch your hair, you can't sit in our chair. No, I'm just. No, actually, if I can't touch your hair, touch and feel your hair, You can't sit
Oh,
in
I
a chair.
like that.
You can't okay. So in the natural hair, this is for new people because I know we constantly talk about this, but in the natural hair, you can't call and make an appointment and say, "Can I get a consultation and get in the chair?"
Mm-mm. Can't do that.
I did that in my earlier years, and it was just the most hardest thing because we're both hurting. Because I'm hurt that you gonna leave my chair looking like that. Because I don't do stringy hair at all. So you got this much of hair, all of this is stringy. You're crying, I'm crying because I don't know how to help you because I booked you and you're not happy with your hair. I'm not happy with the look of the hair, but I got to get paid. No, I'm just joking. But no, either way it go, no, I've lost, it's just love lost and I learned. But from now on, it's just like it's very important for us to see your hair to even know how to gauge the time in the natural hair. Like when you have straight hair, you can run into anybody. Or if you coming in, even for a 2-strand twist extension, if your hair is freshly permed, our relationship is going to be problems because you're going to be having slippage, certain things, or it's just like a complicated. So it's best for us to have time. And so just to know with this, when you're trying to go natural or doing it, this is not a quick fix fast thing. But if you do want quick fix fast hair, then that would be something like getting it braided down, protective styles. But when we're dealing with loose hair or starting locks, or you want to do 2-strand twist or natural hairstyles, we have to see the hair. We have to see it wet. Sometimes I have made mistakes on just looking at your pictures. And when I look at your pictures and I wet your hair, it's still stringy. And also I have to see your hair because I can't trust that you really know what natural hair is or trust that I can even do your hair, until I see it and feel it and know. And then if I do, then I can definitely direct you to where to go.
And 9 times out of 10, even trust you're being honest about the heat that you put in your hair, because that's where we run into the most problems. Is we ask how often do you put heat in your hair? Not too much, And then when we book the appointment, they get here and now it's every 2 weeks. Like what happened? But we make it a point to ask those questions and also just require a consultation. We have to see your hair consultation. You can't. Pictures don't work. Your word don't work.
Yeah, the word doesn't. I mean, I have people really like. I mean, you're arguing me down. I'm washing her hair, so I mean, I don't understand how all her hair is kinky. Well, I ain't never put nothing. She don't never had this in her hair, and I'm like, okay. So her hair grows Caucasian here and everywhere else is kinky. I've never seen that in my life, that somebody hair grows straight, bone straight, just right here.
Just at the root.
Just right here.
I mean, just at the tip.
Yeah,
too.
just right here. All of this is straight and all of this is kinky. And, I'm forced to try to put kinky hair where the straight hair at. I don't like it.
Or rod it.
I don't like it. It don't match, and you're not gonna like it. It's just if I can't take a picture, I'm just joking.
Right, and this is protecting our brand. Our brand is to, have the bomb natural hairstyle, the bomb referral, and when we see your hair and it's stringy and now we have to make something work because you have an appointment and now my time is invested. Now we got to make, something out of nothing. Yeah, we have to make lemonade without no lemons.
Pull out the rods and try to, and then if your hair is straight at the ends and it's kinky at the roots, you're not going to like it because it has to be a nice balance, and we don't press hair to equal that. So that's why we will have to send you down the hall to some of the most fabulous cosmetologists at my Salon Suites to do what we can't do.
Right.
Or, all around Detroit, we have some great people that do things that we don't. So yeah, just don't force it. Don't force to put yourself in our chair because it's not going to be a good thing if we don't have what each other need to make this experience great.
Right. You want to talk about the Una
Preston?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure I got all of that out the way.
We have more, y'all, but we're gonna break it up into probably one more segment.
I'm like, what was I saying before? I was talking about the bookings. I covered that, the hair, making your appointments.
You want to talk about booking, how to book your appointments, like if you want to style.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you want to style, definitely. You want to book that style, like sitting in a chair and then just sit down and be like, I just want my hair cut and style. Well, you didn't put none of that in the book. So when you book with me, I'm with Mind Body. I have a Mind Body app for Hair Goals 313. And my clients that are current, that's already seen me, because you can't just go there right now and go to My Body app and pull up Hair Goals 313 and just book for me and I never seen you. It has to be for people that seen me already. So my clients that are seen, my app, it also sends you an email to let you know, and it gives you options. Like, I want the lock maintenance and I want a style. I want a hot oil treatment. All of those are in there, and it also increases our time together because, most likely you'll be under the dryer or the steamer for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on which one we're using. And the style would take a little bit longer if I so we need to incorporate that time. So going forward, I mean, all my old heads, I know, it's been cool, but it's been like, it's a little bit, the spaces. It's just that we just need to have the right proper time so we don't push back or I have to ask somebody to go get something to eat, or did you want to, like just trying to, if you know what you need and you want to get cut, then just make sure when you're booking with the Mind Body app that you put the services that you want. Or if you don't, you can just call me, and then when we have that conversation, then I can just say, oh, you need all of this done, and I can allot the time. It can still be lock maintenance, but I can stretch the time to be maybe 2 hours or 2 hours and 30 minutes. And that'll be fair. That's the only thing. But not too many problems have I had, but just wanted to cover
just one. I don't know. It might be more, but I'm not going to call her out. She know who she is because I know she listens to this podcast. Ease in on 30 minutes and then bring us something to eat and laugh about it.
That's my sister, though. I love my
girl.
sister. I love you, Toy.
But she did. She eased on in with a bag.
Oh yeah,
of
that's
food.
a good example. Okay, so yeah, this is a good example. But Toya that's a sister friend. But anyway, she's funny too. So okay, you know that a lock maintenance. Thank you, Marquise. When you book an appointment, lock maintenance is not a 30-minute job. You can't just come and book an appointment for a hot oil treatment, because a hot oil treatment goes with a lock maintenance. You just can't. So hot oil treatments just be like 15. So what she did was, it was like a little gap, and it was like a gap that had 30 minutes slot, and she slid in there lock maintenance. So I was like, she did the same day. So I said, I know she don't think she gonna be able to get into this appointment, but she came in with the Impossible Burgers and the vegan this, and just was like, I'll wait. Anybody that got to go in front of me, I'll wait. But at the end of the day, that can't be the lifestyle that I lead.
Right, because that's a panicky, but...
So anyway, so yeah, that's...
She was like, I bought y'all something to eat.
It was like, yeah.
She knew how to get us.
The Impossible Burger.
We was like... Go on, sit on the dryer.
No, just get up out of the, just come on. But yeah, other than that, that's like, just don't try to cheat yourself in the chair.
Yeah. Because you don't want to spend a night with us, and that's what she ended up doing. I think she was like...
we ended up having drinks, and we was together.
Yeah,
we was together that day. But every day I want to get out of there, y'all. That's where I live. I be living there. Y'all want to be like, oh, that's cool. Like, y'all want to go to Lux? Y'all want to go like, oh, I want to get out of Grosse Pointe. I want to go home.
Sometimes it's cool, but you know.
Yeah, it is cool. I love it, though. Yeah, we have good times with our clients, and because we're foodies. We attract... Our clients is like us. I just feel like we all like food, and we like looking good, and they like traveling. I'm gonna try to travel a little more. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so so my natural hair crush today is kind of special. I mean, I haven't heard from her. Followed them in a long time. So my first hair journey was in New York, as I told y'all before, and I ended up finding a girl that can do my 2-strand twist extensions for very reasonable, because in New York at that time, it was $800 to get 2-strand twist extensions, because you you're leaving with the look already, and they were using human hair that you can reuse. It was a whole nother game over there. Lauryn Hill, that wasn't hers in the beginning.
It looked so real.
It
I was like,
this,
"Ooh, how she do that?"
and that was like $800 to $1,200, but you got it, like, so you locked, and that was huge, and it looked organic. So Kim at Kinks, I ended up finding a young lady that used to work there, and then she started working at her house, and that's how I was able to get. But her working at Kim at Kinks had her a great skill going. So Kim at Kinks has been in business since 1988. They did the likes of hair like Oprah, Moet, and Brandy, a lot of stars at that time. So when I wanted to get my hair done in different styles, I would go look at the magazines that were all naturals. Kim at Kinks was all over it. So 40 years in business, and this might be what we might be looking forward to. Mm-hmm. So she eventually closed her salon, and she went strictly into body care, hair and body natural care. So now she shut the doors. I think just last month, they just had a great event for her. And I just want to give a shout out to Anu Prestonia, just to, like, as an inspiration, like, to know that you've done all this work in a Senegalese twist, all different type of natural hairstyles that did Brooklyn and New York, just had everybody looking great, professional, nice styles, all type of actors, models, just being a great inspiration to me, and also having these products out. So you can check her out, Anu Essentials. It's enhancing your beauty with nature. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook, Instagram. You can look her up. But yeah, just giving her a shout out for the 40 years of being in business, having Kim at Kinks, and all the different people all the creators that worked under her, and all the different. She also did a lot of. She has a lot of lectures on natural hair as well, so you can look that up too on YouTube. Anu, that's ANU. First name Anu Prestonia, and that's Prestonia of Kim at Kinks. So if you want to just like have some people that look back on as historians about like how they started their natural hair care business, and her being in the height of it in the 80s. And shutting it down before 2020. So she had a nice run, and I'm so excited about her new line, and definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, her Instagram is full of color, it's full of culture. She has her products on there. She just it's really dope.
Popping.
It's really popping. And she has a soap too. It looks like
those are beautiful. I was like,
cold pressed botanical based soap.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, y'all check her out. We'll leave her handle in the description underneath for her Instagram, and she has like 2 pages. So
yeah, so anybody that just like really want to get into any craft that you want to learn more about it, just every day try to find something new, and every day just read about people. I love listening to documentaries and people that their stories that from the ground up, and those should be like guidance for us to let us know, and let's all try to support people that are trying to do something like that instead of putting them down and kind of putting them in a box. Like, that's the only thing about Byron I was wondering about with the education, was everybody going to school, college, and that being the only way. But I think if you have a love of cars or you have a love of computers, you can still go to school for that. But doctors, lawyers, we need a lot of different people that's doing different things. So yeah. I'm open to all ways of education, so I'm not here to knock anybody because I didn't really finish college or anything, but there's certain things that I do want to educate myself on, and also put me with people that are good at things that I'm not, and try to, barter with people. Mm-hmm. But let's quit begging. Yeah,
yes.
I think we got to stop begging in this
for
culture. And the way you can buy your food, and what I used to learn at the Nation of Islam when they was trying to get your money, not trying to get your money, but put you, it was a little different than the church. You raise your hand, can I get your weed money? Or can I get your beer money? That type of talk. So that's what they was about. Mm-hmm. So anything that you, maybe change a habit to gain money in another area, but the hookup game and the begging, nah. No. If you're a good person and you know how to do, can I clean your garage? Can I do something for some food? Or can I do this for you for that? It's a way to do something. But, when people, it just seems like people just looking and they just jump on the bandwagon. You just got people like, anything you want to know from me, we just share it. We just share information. You can just go. But you can feel people that just be sitting around just taking information.
Just plotting.
It's like
Plotting.
it never lasts if it's nothing you really want to do. Like, so it's best for you to find things that you really want to do.
Because it's all inside of us.
Yes,
All
it
inside
is.
of us. Yeah. So, are we out of time, or do we have time to talk about one thing? One more thing.
He said we can do what we want to do. We the one.
You want to talk about T.I. real quick?
Yes, I do.
Well, yeah, we might have a little time. We about 40 minutes in.
Yeah, we got it. This is perfect time.
Okay.
So, you got footage fool came in with something today. It's like, did you hear the comment, the T.I. comment? And I was like, he made a comment? But he was like, yeah, he made a comment. So I know you guys heard about it. It's been all over the internet. So what it was about was, what you call it, chastity?
No.
Yeah, her.
Is that the word? So just making sure, like a father is making sure, T.I. wants to make sure that his daughter, when she had her
hymen was intact.
Her hymen was intact. So with that being said, it's a lot of different views I have on that. I'm going to start off with, it's good that she gets checked out and her father cares about, and maybe they discuss the importance of sex and having that conversation, because I think that our young girls need that. Not to be feared, though. I don't think we should be feared into anything, but at the end of the day, I think that it needs to be a discussion on how precious our wombs are, and how, to be better educated on that, because that's something my mother gave me the birds and the bees talk, but basically it wasn't really a birds and the bees talk. It was just don't do it. But the other thing was just how to keep yourself fresh and clean, because your body's changing, because you have your period, what type of things you need to do, what things you keep in your purse, how to take care of yourself in between time. But for a father to be in her life, to be able to, take care. I mean, hopefully, yeah, it's his daughter. So she's not 18. She stay in this house. That's their rules. That's what goes on. I do respect that a man is there, and her mom also will be a part of that, where they're discussing that. When she move out the house and when she go to college, that's a whole nother study. But a lot of other cultures do it. A lot of other religions really pay attention to the virginity, but I think it should be both sides, because I think that guys need to have sperm retention as well, and they need to make sure and know how to control their sperm into who they want to sow their seeds into. So I want to say that we all are powerful on both sides, where you need to take care and make sure that who you're dating is going to be able to raise a child. That's why we got to have relationships and date a little bit more. So I know everybody going in, because we got these feminists and different people coming from different ages, like, that's her body, let her do what she wants. Well, look at what that looks like right now. It's
looking like a whole mess out here.
Our everybody is over sex. We don't know what to do, and people are having kids. It's a lot going on, and I think it's a good conversation for us to have.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what he did, but what I don't agree with is making it public. That's y'all business. That's what you do at home. I don't know if it's a distraction. I don't know if it's for these Popeye chicken sandwiches. It's a lot of distractions. We're worrying about stuff that doesn't necessarily pertain to us, and I think sometimes that's the major thing that the internet tries to do. They try to make us lose focus on stuff that's really going on, like, them trying to set us back.
Rights, the civil rights and stuff like that. Yeah. But we do need to have these family talks. But definitely it is some things. And I mean, with T.I., it could, whether it's clout or not, it's. I'm glad we're discussing it, because one of my clients back in the day, she was telling me about her daughter going to Christmas dinner. Everybody's at the Christmas dinner, and nobody's want to talk about the elephant in the room, which is 13-year-old that's pregnant. Now her daughter has to play. She's 11. All of them still kids. That needs to be in-house discussion with her, the 13-year-old. What happened? How are we going to not let this happen? Because we can't have a generation of kids having kids in this family, which means our family and our name means something. So T.I. is trying to build something, whatever that is. He's trying to build his family to be successful. Huh? Awareness? What you mean?
Trying to build awareness.
Well, he could probably, I would say awareness. I don't know. I don't know how to, see, the thing is, Marley, I didn't see how the conversation flowed for it to come out. Like, were you on the subject of this, or was he like, shoot, my daughter, I check her every day. You know, was it something like that? So if it was something like that, that can be, I think that people are looking at it like, you know, a masculine, like you, a man trying to take over, but she's 16, or she's still under.
Like, I'm a father, and I have a daughter. I feel no need to be that involved in, I mean, you know.
In that part, like her mama
She got a mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I trust her mama. I mean, if she feels the need to say that there's something going on that she wants to share with me, okay. I mean, I'm not going to be taking her to her appointments.
I got
me
you.
personally,
Unless she was a single father.
Yeah, if I was a single father, it'd be different. Like, okay, yeah. As a father, I don't feel the need to be involved in that particular aspect to that degree.
Let me ask you this then.
I'm going to know what's going on, but I don't need to know what's going on. You understand?
Yeah, because maybe Tiny could have did it, but I don't know if T.I. removed the daughter from her mama and trying to raise her over here, because maybe that mother might have been, I don't know. I don't know the whole story because it's a lot of different variables to it, but he do have Tiny. I don't know.
Right. I mean,
I would see that, and
that it just seems a little.
But that's his daughter, though. I think that's his daughter. So maybe, I don't know, that would have to be like what her and Tiny's relationship is.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a lot of unanswered questions.
Where her aunties at? Where the auntie?
Yeah, it's a lot of unanswered
where grandmama
questions.
at? Yeah.
It's a lot of unanswered questions. Yeah, I don't know if just as it looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like, or very controlling. Like, are you really
like,
trying
hell
to
yeah,
control?
I want to know if my daughter hymen intact. As a matter of fact, I take her and I ask, like, is her hymen intact, doctor? No, man, I don't need to know. Like, to that degree, I don't need to be involved.
But they also was saying that, telling him all the different ways. So fathers, don't be jumping on your kids, because it's a lot of different ways your hymen can be broken without being
athletic
broken.
activity.
Riding a bike.
But he said all of that. She don't ride horses. She don't she don't do this. And so this is all. So I know what she do, and she don't do that. So if that hymen broke, to me, that's a panicky thing. And this also was, I think the other part was the fact that it was her 16th birthday. He got all this stuff, and then on the door, gynecology. The thing was stuck on the door. We're going to go on to the doctor at this. So that's kind of like the scenario.
It sounds to me like it's none of my business.
Yeah.
And I wish he would have left it off the book.
Yeah.
And off the everything.
He didn't need to discuss that at the podcast.
Because now it's embarrassing to the child, and we're not, that's like...
I just could imagine. Could you imagine growing up, in this day and age, and everything is on the book about you? That's why I keep stuff. Can't nobody really. I congratulate my kids. And it's seldom, because that's my private life. That's off the book. It's nobody's business, with what's going on.
Have private events or have an opinion on something on your own page. There's nothing wrong with that, but yeah.
Then that's them.
Yeah, that's them. I mean, I just still think that it's still. I mean, I like that we even brought it up, because I do think family and knowing what's going on. Somebody should know what's going on with sexuality or what somebody's thinking. That's why we need our aunties, we need our cousins, we need somebody for the girls, or somebody to talk to other than your strict parent. Because my mother was strict, but I had to have cousins that be like, girl, but your mother, you got to have somebody.
Culturally, we don't discuss family issues, family drug problems, None of that. We don't
Molestation.
talk about it.
Right.
Culturally, we just don't talk about it.
And culturally, now everybody just put it on the book.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's how you like, dang, they granddaddy. Because I'll be finding out everybody look like, oh, they don't. You know, it just be like, I shouldn't even know this.
Whatever happened
you know?
to Super Scent? How did that even get out?
Right.
Put your dirty laundry in the hamper, cuz.
Right.
But I don't know, or air it in the house.
Air it in the
you gotta
in
air
your
out,
family.
air it out before
Yeah.
you put it in the washer and the dryer, like
Right.
But at your house, not
Right.
out in the
Don't
street.
air it out on the line in the backyard.
Yeah,
Right. And then
People can
and the
see your
internet
unmentionables.
and the internet is a big backyard. You don't want no.
Oh man,
That's the biggest yard ever.
once
Like
it go there, you can't get it back.
Or the best thing to do, it looks like the way the world is going, is that you just gotta be your best self. If you're not, it's gonna be shown.
Right.
I mean, it's just
Right.
gonna be shown. I mean, when you go out in public, you're gonna have to be A1 out here. Like,
Because these days, anybody want to find out something about you, they can find it out somehow.
somehow,
Like,
somewhere.
the paper trail is real. My hope one day is
Man.
to actually get off the grid. Like,
Yeah.
That's ours too.
like I'm trying to get off paper.
Right.
I don't exist.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah.
That's another podcast too.
Right. That's a whole nother.
that's not even. Yeah, that's a whole. That gotta be off the grid.
They
Right.
they paper trailing us down. We
Man.
really, are what is it called when you
Well,
What
we
is that
have a
word?
social security card. We in it.
Birth
We
certificate.
in it.
we
Your
in
birth
it.
certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a birth certificate. You
and we
already
got
in the
and we
system.
got these,
Right.
you know.
Oh man. Let's not even
So-
talk
That we
about it.
pray that we tell them to upgrade. But listen, I'm in it. I'm in the matrix, but trying to
I'm trying to
balance
cash in.
it.
I'm trying to cash in that good Federal Reserve note.
I
That
know that's right.
you already know. But that's some other. That's again
Yeah.
some other shit.
That's
Another whole nother podcast.
whole nother one.
Yeah, but those are just a couple of the pet peeves. So just doing a recap, you just focus on what you want. You are in control of your life.
Yeah.
And love your body, love on yourself, and that way you can betterly love on others. Really,
Definitely, I second that.
Ain't nobody gonna love you like you love yourself.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's a job. When you start loving on yourself, you start saying, "Wow," you
And
know what I
stop
mean?
putting yourself
You
last.
see things different.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to also thank everybody that came out to the fashion show or the hair show, the Detroit is Different Festival. This
That
was
was
our
beautiful.
first of our ever of all. The first
annual.
annual Detroit Festival.
The inaugural.
The inaugural.
Yes.
Right.
I want to shout out to
Official,
Fool Boy
y'all.
Marley. That's Fool Boy Marley. Don't Fool Boy Marley him. Don't pull that
Don't
in the
put him in-
sentence.
don't
break
mess
that
him-
up. Just like my name is La.
Donna
Mm-hmm.
Sims.
Yeah, it's La.
It's a pause.
With a capital D, O-N-N-A. It means the woman. Fool Boy got on this one time. Why they say Fool Boy Marley? Like, put my name like that. It's Fool Boy Marley. You got footage, or you need footage. Fool.
Fool.
Yes.
All right.
I want to shout out him. Shout out to
Kari Frazier.
Kari Frazier, Joel Fluent. I mean, wow. I mean, everybody enjoyed the show. Everything was really good. Everything fell. I think his last name is Mohammed. Is that his name?
Lumumba?
Lumumba.
What's his first name?
Lumumba.
What's the last name?
You know what?
Okay, we're gonna say Mama. That production, lighting,
Joe Black.
and the lady
We do
again.
that.
I keep Mama. The
Mama Yo.
Mama Yo,
Mama Yo.
Yolanda. Oh my God, Miss Yolanda Baker. She did her thing, and I just like the way we all work together. I mean, my stylist, my clients, Darnisha
Darnisha.
Porter with the makeup. I mean,
Soon we're going to have a video. Hopefully it's been downloaded. So we're going to put that on YouTube as well.
oh yeah, you'll be able to
Yeah.
find. Yes, it was pretty good.
It
So I
was-
just wanted to shout
I
out to
feel
everybody.
famous, y'all.
Yeah.
Put
We
my
can
collar.
share that event now. Now
Okay.
that now that the festival's over, we can actually share that with those of you who were not.
Okay.
And get people excited to do it the next year because
Yeah.
it was really a
Yeah.
cool space. Everybody, it's like a grassroots. Would you call that a grassroots? Everybody putting their
yeah,
stuff.
really. It's it's really a grassroots community performance space.
It's the Fitzgerald community, Parkside and Finkel. I think they have. It's another location too. Do they have another?
You know
it's
what?
another one that say Andy, like it's called Hand
Yeah.
Andy. It's
Jam Handy is what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, you think about a Jam Handy.
Yeah, they have like this place is pretty awesome. So you can host events there and everything. So this was the first time we did something like this, and all the podcasters did their thing. I mean, Josh Adams, the comedy show that they had with Coco and Foolish, it was really, really cool. And I just want to thank everybody that came out in that rain. That whole day was cold and rainy, and people still came out and showed up.
Yeah.
People showed up.
Yes, they did. So I want to thank everybody. Thanks for our listeners, and we'll be back not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Alrighty, love y'all.